All right, in these next clips, we're going to see where Miley is really going to turn the corner. We start again with Sam on leash, but this isn't going to last very long. Really what we're assessing for is to make sure that we're not seeing that fleeing behavior anymore and that we've got an out if we see it. Fortunately, we don't. Here we're testing to see how the two do in sustained close proximity, and we're just doing some feeding. We're still not seeing any fleeing behaviors from Miley, which is also a sign that we're moving in the right direction. Next, we're going to do a food scatter so that they can move freely in close proximity to each other. Again, we're assessing her body language. We also do know about these dogs that neither of them are resource guarders. I would not do that with a resource guarder. Both of these dogs are pretty comfortable with other dogs around food. And still seeing really nice loose body language from her. No fleeing. So again, moving in the right direction. Pretty soon we're going to step back even further. No more food involved, but Christina's encouraging a little bit of play. In this clip, we don't see a whole lot of it, but we do see comfort with those two sticking around each other. We do see Miley trying to engage with Christine. That's also a positive sign because he's in close proximity. Now she's got a ball. Starting to see some play in Sam's presence, which is great. She got a little bit overwhelmed there, so we called Sam off. We're just going to kind of watch how her recovery is. And when we toss that ball, she gets super excited again, which is really great. The ability to play in a situation that's previously been stressful for her is huge. And Sam is doing a good job of not giving her too much contact. He's giving her a lot of space, and then we redirect when we start to feel like she might be getting overwhelmed. Again, moving in the right direction. Okay, so it's getting ready to get interesting. In this next clip, I have Christine sitting on the ground so that she's got some support down low for herself. And we're seeing her actually engage with Christine, but Sam is in close proximity again, and she's not losing that playful energy. I can tell at this point that she's getting ready to turn a corner, and so I let Christine know to just let them engage going forward. So here's the engagement. She's going to start playing with Sam, and it's really interesting when a dog that's very profoundly fearful first starts to play, they play wild. So you're going to see her doing all sorts of crazy maneuvers. It looks kind of insane, and that's pretty typical. And I think part of it is that that dog has had a lot of nervous energy pent up for a long time. I do believe that they want to play, but they don't have the confidence. And so when it comes out, it looks pretty bonkers. She's getting a little bit of the zooms, still wanting to play, and then doing some rapid running behaviors. And she's just going to jump into Christine's lap there. But we can see that she's really enjoying the play. There will be moments of conflict. That's perfectly normal when they're just getting their sea legs. Like right there, he tackled her and she's like, holy cow, I'm going to go to Miss Christine. And that's okay. That's why Christine's there. She's there to offer support. You know, and I think that Miley recovers really nicely from that. So there's a little bit more zooms. She's wanting to play. She's keeping a little bit of distance, but we're still seeing that engagement. And then if we start to feel like she's getting cornered, then we're going to go and support her. And I think really she's just testing the waters right now and trying to figure out if he's safe or not. And Sam is fortunately a really nice dog. He is super appropriate. He calls off really easily. And so it's easy to take the pressure off her fairly quickly. Here she's giving herself a little bit of a break, and so Christine is going to go in and just kind of play bouncer for her, give her a little bit of breathing room, and once she's got it, she starts to come back out. A little bit of conflict. Again, cornered herself, but we see those play paws. Staying in Christine's lap. So again, some conflict. She's like, oh my gosh, I got nervous, but he walks away and I'm going to come back out. So again, that early play is kind of ugly. You know, she's trying really hard, but she's never even had time to practice these moves before. And so they don't look very refined. They don't look like typical play. As you'll see in the next clip, you're going to see her play really get refined over time, especially as she starts to diversify and play with other dogs. But she's got Christina's at base. She is still interested, but then at moments she gets overwhelmed. We support her. And she goes back to play. So this is a really exciting time, but it's also a really fragile time, and so we really monitor closely. This last clip is the next week. We're introducing her to a new dog because Sam graduated from the program. This is Crosby. So she's the darker of the two. She's got the ball right there. And you can see that she came back from the weekend a lot more confident than she was prior. And Crosby's a pretty chill guy. He also looks very similar to her, so I'm assuming that she met dogs that looked like him in her litter, so he might be a little bit more comfortable to her. But she's still got those little wild play moves, and actually we kind of have to play buffer for Crosby in some of these interactions. But again, the play is looking a lot healthier, and she's looking a lot happier. Stay tuned for the next video where we start to diversify play partners further.